So welcome to the first update of the SmartyKit build. As you can see, I haven't got that far yet. This is just the initial part of it. It started off by just sticking the breadboards onto a baseboard. I happened to have a bit of plywood that was the right size. So I've got that down, and first part was just putting in the power and attaching the battery, and the second part was the display driver, and I'm busy on the keyboard driver. So as I mentioned in the unboxing, link below and in the card, the display drivers and the keyboard driver are both all Atmel devices on their own. So this is driving the whole TFT display. So if we switch this on, display driver comes alive, and just hold that up there. It's got a SmartyKit logo, and then it's coming out with some ASCII art, which I think is Steve Jobs' garage. So that shows that the display driver is working. So as I mentioned in the unboxing video, link below and in a card somewhere here, the display driver and the keyboard driver are both self-contained drivers driven by Atmel processors, running Arduino, I think, if we look in the code another time. So at the moment, when you switch the display driver on or switch the whole circuitry on, the display driver is putting a splash screen onto the TFT. And once we've got the 6502 circuitry built up here, then obviously that'll be linked into the display driver, and it'll be sending characters off to the screen. So the build's gone all right so far. There's probably not the biggest thing, but one of the things in the differences is the interactive board. They obviously changed boards. So the interactive board has the negative rail at the top, and then the positive rail and negative rail, positive rail from each board. And if you look at these, if you put them the right way around, so the numbers are the right way around and the ABCDs are the right way around, it's the other way around. You've got the positive rail at the top and the negative rail at the bottom, which I probably could have swapped around, actually, come to think of that. But anyway, and I could have switched the whole board around, but then it would have been backwards. So it's not a big issue for me. I've laid the boards out this way, so I can't change anything now. It just means that when I'm wiring things up, I just need to be aware and careful of where my positive and negative rail is, which is obviously going to be different to what it is down here. But that is such a minor thing, and I think I'd prefer my numbers and letters to be the right way around. The jumpers that come with it, you get a SR, which is a small red in this case, and a medium red, and then there's large blue. So what I've been doing over here is I've been cutting the jumpers to size, because if you didn't, you would end up with the jumpers all looking like that, which is fine. I think down here I might cut these ones to size, but these ones don't get in the way. But I didn't want too many big loops happening around here, so all of these are getting cut to size, and I think that'll just keep everything nice and neat and tidy. So as in their tools, you'll need good pair of side cutters and actually a good actually this wire stripper here works really well just for doing that. And then yeah, just trying to keep everything really neat and tidy and right angles and everything perpendicular. So that's as far as I've got with the build. I'm going to carry on with the keyboard, and then I'm not sure what comes after that. We'll see, but we've got a few more peripherals probably to build in there, and then we'll start with the 6502 circuitry down here. So I will update you when I get to part 2.